Now we am boy.
Okay, let's stop the music. Let's stop the music. Give me a minute. Okay, guys, welcome to the channel. We've stopped the music. Now let's get on with the show. It was another easy dub. We were playing our wives, aka Chelsea. Very, very, very pathetic team. After all the money they have spent throughout the years, last season, this season, buying Kunku, buying Koulibaly, apparently one of the best defenders that pocketed Haaland, apparently, but couldn't pocket Alvarez. They still were slapped and embarrassed at the Etihad 4-0. It was an easy game. Within about 30 minutes, it was already 3-0. 30 to 40 minutes. 3-0. Easy dub, easy game. Nothing to say about it. Chelsea suck. And you know what? It still looks like that UCL final, the one, is a fluke. Because ever since then, Chelsea have never beaten City. Look back, look back, look at the stats. Chelsea have never beaten City. Welcome to the channel, guys. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody because we've moved all the way from 1.1 subscribers to 1.6 subscribers. Right now, as we speak, the True City Fan channel is on 1.6 subscribers. So thank you very much, guys, and all the guys who are watching. Right now, I'll give you a few minutes. Stop what you're doing, like the vid, and share the vid. So today it's gonna be a one-man show. It looks like majority of the panel is busy, but I'm going to welcome most of you guys. I hope you're excited. For those joining us, we're talking about Chelsea versus Man City. It was at the Etihad. Chelsea have been slapped 4-0. What a clean sheet for Tega. Amazing. Foden, everybody was amazing. Everybody in the team. Okay, everybody in the team was amazing, and it was an amazing win. So let's just read some comments here from Daniel. Welcome, Daniel, in the comments. Apparently, Man City relies too much on Haaland to score goals. Rival fans tell us, what if Haaland gets injured? I tell you what happens if he gets injured. Orana comes in and other players step up. That's what it is, man. Everybody keeps texting me, saying, "Oh, if Haaland gets injured, Man City is done. If Haaland gets done, that's it. You're done. There's nothing else you can do." But it's just jealousy, man. People are just jealous. Puff, how you doing, man? How you doing? I hope you're doing well, Puff. Yo, how you doing, man? Thanks for being up here. Big up to you, Daniel. Havertz is such a talented player in the right system. Chelsea was the wrong move for him. That is true. That is true. Yeah, you're actually saying you're spitting some facts there. Another comment here. I think Nkunku will show his quality when he joins in July. Incredible buy. He's one of the most gifted players in the world. That is true. Look, I'm not trying to say that Chelsea buy bad players. They buy good players. But what Chelsea does is it's as if you go to the shop and you're just buying things you don't need. Then you end up staying in the house. Something that my missus used to do back in the days. She would go to the shop. She would buy things we don't need in the house, and then she would keep them in the house, and then we have to throw in there at the end of the week. That's a bad behavior. So that's it is. So Victor says Chelsea is crap. Yes, Chelsea is crap, but Victor, you cannot say the same about Liverpool. Liverpool drew to Wolves, and Wolves are 17th, but Chelsea is worse than Wolves, I think so. John Waters says, hello from Manchester, UK. How you doing, John Waters, man? I hope you're well. Let me welcome Veta Games and Gundurodian, aka Cow. How you doing, guys? Welcome to the show, both of you. Cow, how you doing, man? Such a beautiful day. Chelsea have been slapped. I can't believe you lose about 4 times in a row, 5 times in a row from us. Actually, to be honest, if you're counting last season, Chelsea haven't won against City since the UCL final. I think Pep has started taking them seriously. I think during that time for the UCL, we were not taking them seriously, but now we're taking them seriously. I'm gonna start with you, Veta. Welcome to the show. How did you see that game? Was it easy? Because it was easy for a minute there.
Easy. It looked easy. It looked really easy, but it was that way because of the effort performed by the players. You could see that completely different approach. The instructions that Pep gave these guys, he's like, go and press them. Don't give them time on the ball. It was actually something he didn't do at Stamford Bridge just a couple days ago. He let them have the ball, but my thinking was then he probably didn't respect the threat that they were. But this time around, he's like, not only do I not respect you as a threat, but I don't want you to have the ball. I'm gonna make this difficult for you guys. And it's at our home. It's what the fans would have expected. The way they pressed and created those opportunities was fantastic. And not only that, every player, for the most part, took their shots. They took their chances. And that's what you want. Make the keeper have to make a save. Make the defense have to block or put in some put in some challenges. And I love the performance. There's more that we're going to be able to talk about, but at the end of the day, 4-0 at our house, yeah, it was easy. Oh,
Yeah,
you're on
that's what
mute.
I said. That's what I said. Yeah, I was just about to say. That's what I said, man. I have never seen an easy game like that. I think it was too easy at a point where Man City said, "Is there a point to do anything here than pass the ball around?" Let me get Don't Smoke on. Don't Smoke, how you doing, man? I hope you're doing well, man. I can see you've already said smoking, smoking that pack, that Porter pack, that Harry Potter pack. So, man, how did you see the game? Don't Smoke, man. That was too easy, man. Too easy. That's three
You
now,
know,
five if you count last season since the UCL final. 5 times Chelsea have played City and lost.
Patrick, that defeat, that victory was as sweet as this cherry cigar I'm smoking. Right, right. I knew this would come in handy today. This came from the HH stream, and trust me, it's a disarray there. Right, they're fighting everything. Right, besides the scoreline, they're hitting everything besides the scoreline. No, but shout out the panel, shout out everyone. Look, no, we needed that victory, right? The honesty is after everything that we've gone through this short period, I think it's only fair we got such a performance, right? And when I saw that lineup, right, already I saw Palmer. They gave me my natural winger there, right? I saw Bernardo back in midfield, and I saw Laporte, right? That's trust me, right? Laporte was also key to this. I saw Laporte, I saw Walker, and I saw Gomez, and I'm like, okay, today we might see what Gomez can give us. And Alvarez, today we actually played a false nine. People might not understand it. We
Hmm.
played we find and the pressing, man. I don't think you could have boxed that first half was perfect. And
Yeah.
then the game was already in the bag. No need to go and chase everything. We just conserved energy, and the thing is we attacked at the right moments, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything was controlled, man. That's a Pep masterclass, right? I think it's been hard to say that in the past few weeks, finally, and we got Phillips. We got to see Phillips on early, right? Give Roddy,
Don,
Roddy a break.
let me say this, man. Let me say this. When I saw the starting 11 and I jumped in a few spaces, I was calm. I was nice and calm with that 11. But then the back of my mind, I'm like, well, is Pep going to come out with a different type of formation? Is he going to put players in different situations that we're not accustomed to? And when I finally saw that formation, I was like, okay, let's see how these guys play. Let's see how they cook. Let's see the pattern of play. And I was happy with it. To your point, Pep didn't. Pep was like, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. See if you can fix it. And those guys put in performance. I was really happy to see Palmer out there. I think with more reps, he's gonna know where to see his teammates. He's gonna look up for that one he could have squared off. But man, he's definitely most natural and looks most comfortable out there like that. And I also thought Foden took some time to kind of find his way. Like that midfield ask, I think, is going to require some reps. He's capable of doing it 100%. But I think to find his way to get into those pockets, he just needs the reps.
One key thing, Foden in the middle, I think, was key in the sense that I always tell people like for even Grealish, their natural inclination is to go in the middle, right? And that's why I think when you put him at the left wing, it hinders him because he doesn't want to go out wide, but he wants to stay in the middle and attack that area. And I think Palmer was the best complement for him, right? Because then they weren't going in each other's way, right?
Mm.
And you could see it, and that was the important thing for us is you don't have players colliding, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knew, and this is what we've been asking for. Put your best players, put your players in their best positions,
Yeah.
and let them play and let them show us what they have. And today, what people don't understand is when we were going, no, we were saying, give us the best starting 11 that you can on that day and let them cook. And we saw it today. So most people who were saying no, this is what we were asking for. And you saw the football, man. The football was tested, and I'm sure fans finally got to enjoy the football.
Did you see? Did you see Walker? Did you see Walker? Because now there was no Riyad Mahrez, because there was Walker. He was drifting to the left, drifting to the right, and when Walker makes that run, he was cutting in, and now it was making sense because the fallback from Chelsea followed Walker. You saw that? Like that's what people have been saying. People don't get it when people are saying that it's not only Riyad Mahrez and Jack who are at fault for most of this. Is because they say it's also Pep. It's not criticism. People, we're just trying to say, look, at the end of the day, if you want your players to perform, you have to give them the right tools. That's why Mahrez had freedom today. He was down the middle, left everywhere, spreading balls everywhere. But at the end of the day, if you don't do it the right way, that's when some of the players get exposed and looks like they're not doing anything. So it was incredible. And having Gomez, look, as much as some people are still going on and on about Gomez saying, oh, he stinks, he's not quality. This is the same words you were saying for Zinchenko. These are the same words you were talking about Zinchenko. The kid has only had few games, and that's it. Give him time. There's a reason why they bought him. You could see there's a sprinkle of quality inside him. So, guys, is Carl here? Carl seems to be quiet. Has he even said anything?
I think he's just happy.
I'm here.
I think he's just
good
he's
afternoon.
just
I'm
happy.
here.
I think he's doing interviews.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Are you
we hear
busy?
you.
Are you busy? Because you seem quiet.
No. I went to church this morning. Said a prayer for all of you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
The theme was it's a new day, it's a new year. And I strongly believe that. I think for all of us, I look at Don Smoke, I look at Veta, I look at Patrick. I just have this belief in my mind that this is the year that all of you do so well.
Thank
on
you.
your channels and the stuff that you do. I just got the belief. And I told Patrick earlier today, I'm here for you guys. Whatever I can do to help you guys grow, I'm here for you guys. Now, people don't understand me a lot outside, but Patrick knows me. He knows the kind of person I am. And I'm here. So I came back and I saw the lineup on my way back for church. My wife was driving. I told her to drive because I didn't want to drive because I'll be distracted. I saw the lineup and I was happy because I knew they're going to cook, man.
It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. I could smell the smoke all the way from here, from the Etihad.
Right? You have a front three of Riyad Mahrez, who's a senior player who's hungry now. You have my boy Alvarez, the pressing machine. right? Pressing anybody to death. And there you have Cole Palmer with his directness. And look, Cole Palmer missed some passes, etc., but he was direct. And the beauty of all this is the fact that you have Phil Foden playing central midfield with Bernardo Silva and Rodri. Now it doesn't get better than that, right? Seriously.
It was amazing. It was good football. Versatile.
Kanji, the bully at the back. Kyle Walker, the captain.
Laporte was back with his passes and taking the ball into
His
midfield.
distribution was back. You had Ortega needs more game time to get up to speed, but he did well in the cameo.
Yeah.
Then our boy Ortega back there in as a goalkeeper.
Rodri amazing again.
Good as Edison.
Yeah.
Almost as good as Edison. His distribution, his bravery. I was chilled, man. I was. But what I looked for after the first was when this guy came in, Phillips came in. Phillips was so good. Veta, don't smoke. I just watched him. I'm like,
those diagonal balls, man.
If this guy gets more game time, we're in trouble.
And he's obviously more swift of feet, right? He kind of gets into those spaces and makes himself available for the rest of the team with that build-up that we need. And again, I almost tweeted it and I pulled it back because I was like, it looks like time to get Rodri off this pitch. And as soon as I looked up, Pep was already doing it.
It's funny, because I told my wife, I said, hey, it's time to get Rodri off the field. And we literally within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
This is what we talk. This is what
has to, man. There's a United game next week.
This is what we talk about in terms of all of us being in tune with the club and knowing what the manager will do if he doesn't overthink.
Exactly.
Right? We're in tune. We understand the players. We know the players. We watch these guys every single week. With eyes, and we know what they're gonna do. We know where the weaknesses are. Incredible game, Patrick. Don't smoke, Vader. Incredible game. I enjoyed it.
It is an incredible game. Look, guys, I'm going to just see a few comments. Walker or Lewis for the Manchester Derby. That's you. Don't smoke. What do you wanna answer that? That's against Rashford. That's against Rashford.
Patrick, and I called it out. I think the last stream we're at, whereby I see Lewis in midfield before even Grealish, and because the way I see it, right, Pep sees Lewis like a Philip Lahm.
Yeah, he said it already. Yeah.
No. I'm saying that's how I see it.
He said that.
He said that in the interview.
Yeah. Also, he sees him in the ilk of a Lahm or Kimmich.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, Kimmich was a right back at first. Then Pep says, "You're good enough to play in this." And when I saw him come for Bernardo, I understood. Now the thing is this: we need Walker for pace, because you must remember that United will try to get in behind, and that's where Rashford are good.
It's dangerous.
And for such games, you need Walker, right? Because if you saw with Walker and Laporte, today Chelsea didn't have a sniff.
They didn't. It was dark.
They didn't have a.
And that's like numbers. Don't smoke. Let me give you the number. Let me give you that. At halftime, the XG was 0.00. At full time, the XG was 0.10.
Chelsea are dusted, isn't it? What a dusted club. Wow.
That's not. Now understand, baby. When we say the XG, right? There's no attempt on goal, not shots on goal, no attempt.
Not even a chance. Not even a chance created.
Not one.
Literally, because hence I'm saying is that thing of whereby this was the perfect Pep game, right? Control and game and goals, and that's what Pep is a control freak, right?
Yeah.
Control. Because if you ask Pep which one was the perfect half, he'll probably tell you the second half. Like, because we control everything, and when we need to attack, we attack. So I think for the I would start with Walker, right? And I'm happy Walker got 90 minutes because we need Walker against pacey wingers and tricky wingers, because Walker has the experience and composure, and he knows he can go toe to toe with a winger, whereby Lewis is more of a smarter kind of defender, right? But then now you don't want a Lewis with a Rashford or in a foot race. You don't want that, right?
Yeah.
So I think that, and what's important is when a kid is high on confidence, don't throw him to the dogs, right? I don't think it's in his best interest that you throw him to dogs. Better, you start the game, get your required goals, when everything is in control, then you can throw him in for a cameo. Let Walker deal with United's threat for now. That's my
You know, yeah. And you know what I loved? I loved about this, and I ended up tweeting this as well. 90 plus minute late in the game, we saw Walker. It was either I think it was an overlap. He was still
yes,
sprinting on that pitch,
sprinting.
and if he's at that level of fitness, that's exactly what we need. We'll have that rotation. I don't think for the derby, you know what? It's going to be interesting because is Ten Hag going to come after us? Probably not. It's probably going to be a little more of the sit, try to catch us on the counter, balls over top, players getting in behind. So I think that would suit Walker more, and even the role that Walker was put in today, I'm okay with that. Him inverted doesn't work for me.
I
Lewis
agree.
has that better skill set, but
Agree.
when Walker's out wide and he can do the occasional well calculated overlaps, that's calm. That he can do that. I'm
I
happy with
think
that.
I think Vader. I think there's been a conversation with the players and the manager around okay, what works for certain players, what doesn't work. There was probably a conversation,
Makes sense. Yeah.
and I think that's probably what you saw today to say, okay, Walker, we know you're good out wide, right? You stay out wide, right? You keep bombing, and the more the game grew, the better he became, Walker. Not just
Yeah.
a recovering in the off the ball, but he's on the ball bombing forward.
Good point.
Was really good. But there was a moment where I think somebody had the ball on the right hand side. I think it was Mahrez. It was a give and go. Walker should have gone. He stayed.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
He
I
was
know the
being
one you're
cautious.
describing. Yeah.
Because he was being cautious and not trying to overplay himself and get caught up behind, which I thought was that's good. That means he's thinking. You know, it's interesting that we see these things, and as fans, we notice these things. That's why I like talking to you all, because we look at the game in a very analytical way. We ask questions: why, what's going on, why did he do that? Within seconds, the conclusion was clear.
I think the only tricky part now is this, right? Because for us to play Walker, it means that we need an attacking fullback, right?
Yeah.
And because Walker won't even. Now the problem is, I saw Cancelo. I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think Cancelo makes our base 11 at the moment, in the sense of awareness. I don't think the rhythm is there yet. Because if you notice that our left hand side became weaker as soon as he came on, right? All the attacks, and the issue with Cancelo is he attacks the opposition player, and then he hardly wins the ball,
Mm.
right? So then
Yeah.
it creates a gap for whoever's covering him, because then
Yeah.
now they have to defend against two players. Because then now I think that's the only dynamic, because I don't think Pep wants Walker to invert.
There's something
now-
I've noticed.
Yeah.
There's something I've noticed also, just to toe that line as well, and Veta is, if you notice the past couple of games when Ake has played that left side, he's beginning to overlap more than he normally used to. Are you noticing that?
Yeah. Yeah. He has been, but it's still he doesn't release
It's
that pass.
conservative.
He does like Ake will do that overlap, but he doesn't receive the ball. It's more of a distraction, right? And if the ball does get to him, he doesn't release it he doesn't cross it. He kind of like resets. So he's been trusted more, but we know that there's that offensively Ake he's not quite there. Defensively, no problems. I know that side is locked down. But when he's asked to do some of those things offensively, he's a little limited because you know that ball's not going to be freely sprayed.
Because you know the thing. Let me just point this out quickly. I don't see Pep playing Ake and Walker as fullbacks.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Right. So then,
Gospel, let me before you go, let me ask, how instructive will be the game on Wednesday against Southampton? Because I think we'll learn a lot about Sunday or Saturday, whatever it is, based on Wednesday's game.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Who
I
plays?
mean
You
by
know,
that
like
is-
the people who play.
Not just the people who play, but the way in which they play. Because what Pep wants to
way
do
we
now in January now is get that rhythm into a system that he
Yeah.
knows, get them grooved to keep playing the same way again and again and again and again. So I'm curious as to what he does in the game against Southampton, because that'll tell us what he's going to do probably against United. Because he
To
will want
answer
to. Yeah. Go ahead.
to answer you, Carl, I think who he picks as the left back will be very telling, right? Because then I think that's where he might try.
Yeah.
Even for 45 minutes, he might try the combination, right? Hence, I want to see who plays left back on Wednesday. For
Oh,
me,
you mean
that would give me an idea of
are you saying whoever plays left back on Wednesday plays left back on Sunday?
it could give you an indicator of who might play left back, because it would be okay. Let's try this tactic to see if it balances. Because I think Pep is looking for the balance. Because Walker is more of your defensive caution, because he will tuck in and make a back three in possession. Then now, who does he push up to join the midfield?
To be fair, and Don Smoke, to be fair, Walker did look, as the game wore on and Chelsea got tired, Walker looked good offensively too. There were a couple of sprints that
Yeah, he wasn't great at first, though, isn't it?
No, yeah,
I
at
feel
first he was
like
struggling.
he's still not at his best. It looks like the speed is not the same speed.
Well, that's why I said, Patrick, that as the game grew on, he got more confident and more athletic, and it's kind of like like an old workhorse who, after it's kind of cranky at first, but once they get going, it comes back. They remember themselves. They begin to play like they used to play.
Can you break down, before we answer this question with an agenda from Twisted as every stream, can you break down Riyad Mahrez in this game? Remember I told you he's very dangerous when he goes to the left and he dives down the middle. I told you he's more dangerous, as you used to tell me that in Leicester City he used to be free to do whatever he wants. Today he looks like he was free to just roam, and he was dangerous. Even the announcer said Mahrez is causing trouble because he's popping up to the left, middle, everywhere.
There were three things that I noticed today in the game. There were three captains on that field today. Three captains, right? And it was very clear. Rodri was a captain in the midfield. You could see it clearly. He took over that midfield. He dominated, he controlled, he instructed. Defensively, Walker was a captain of that defense, right? He was one dominating and instructing. Offensively, it was Riyad Mahrez. He was a senior guy on that field.
And that amazing free kick.
Yeah, he was the guy. That free kick.
That's Mahrez for you.
Play the games. Talk about that free kick, please. I beg you.
I yelled in my house. It's brunch out. It was brunch out here, right? So I see him standing over the ball, and usually it's like, okay, let me see how they're trying to read this. Is this going to be a little trickery, or is the ball going to get whipped across, right? But then when I see it, when you kind of see the trajectory, and I'm like, that's good, and I'm like, brilliant, absolute brilliant. I was like, and we know that Mahrez is capable of that and more, right? So when we don't see it, I get us as fans being like, Mahrez isn't up for it. What's going on here? But when he shows that level of brilliance, it's not too much to ask for him to have that level of confidence with how he plays, right? So bring that confidence every time. We're not going to have any issues. You know what I mean? Aggressive.
There was swagger. There was also swagger today in him. Yeah. Like he didn't pass the ball. And you know what? Don't smoke. No, let me say one thing before I pass the mic to you. What amazed me is when he took the free kick, he didn't even look. He was just talking. He looked once. He'd already picked the target. He was just talking the whole time. And I was like, why is he not concentrated? I think he had already said, you know what? It's going right over there. Because Bernardo Silva said something to him and he nodded his head like this. It reminds me between De Bruyne and Gundogan. Remember when Gundogan scored that free kick? They were also talking and Gundogan said yes, like nodded his head, and De Bruyne stepped away. So go ahead, don't smoke. But I love the way he was playing. He had swagger today.
What people understand is, I'm saying attacks is all about balance, right? And we saw the balance today, right? It's not just simple as no, Mahrez stepped up. No, it's not. But one thing you must understand is, even the last time Mahrez looked this good was in the Liverpool game. And look at the combination. You have Palmer on the left, who's a direct winger, right? You have Haaland, who's going to occupy at least two defenders. That means Mahrez has his man 1v1, right? The moment you play Mahrez and Grealish, you don't get that, right? Because they're both trying to do the same thing. Palmer is going to drift out wide, which means he's going to pull someone and someone else will try to cover. And Mahrez at his best is when he's running at a defender, right? Hence, you saw him with that freedom today. So that means he only has to dribble one man and then he's crossing or shooting, right? Whereas him trying to dribble people and reset. That's why we've been saying, at least play one inverted. Because if you play inverted wingers, have overlapping fullbacks, because you want that distraction and that support. And that's Mahrez at his best is when the opposing winger will take people on and he won't just pass it back and do whatnot. And hence the thing is this. It was more of to Mahrez' injustice that he has to do too much work. And it's older. So this is the Mahrez you want. And to get this perfect Mahrez, you need a perfect mixture of players around him, man.
Exactly.
That's very right.
Exactly. Can I also say one thing? And I know people are gonna eat me for this, but I'm just saying it in a positive way. This happens though. This I've noticed this behavior of our players happens. It looks like every time De Bruyne is out of the pitch, somebody said it. Somebody said one of the pundits said De Bruyne leaves the pitch. One of the midfield or attackers take over the team. They're like, you know what? The owner is on the bench. It's all mine. Because Marius was everywhere. It was give me the ball, create, give me the ball, create. And I was sat there for me. I was like, my God, he's working too much. It's as if it's him, it's his team. You know what I mean? Like his attack was him. He was busy telling Palmer, go there, and he passes the ball. And Palmer was great. And what amazed me about Palmer is at first he was having a quiet game. Then obviously he flopped that way he was supposed to pass, and he decided to kick. But he's a kid. I was telling people he's a youngster. He's gonna learn. This is what I keep telling a lot of people who are slugging these youngsters. These youngsters who are 20, 21, 19, they're going to learn. They learn from those mistakes. Next time, Palmer will know that let me not do this. I know he's done it before a few times, but he's gonna learn. Give the kid time. Let's not have outlandish statements that Palmer will never make it. Hamza chill. Hamza chill. Hamza chill. Anyway, what I was about to say, I'm saying Mahrez like took over that midfield. Rodri, something has got into this man ever since that World Cup. The guy is more aggressive. Better. Guy is very aggressive. Rodri is very aggressive because he was very nice and very polite. When you step on him, you could just stand up and walk away. Now you step on him, he makes sure to know. And now let's answer this. Twisted, we answered you this last time. Whether you like it or not, Haaland is part of the team and Haaland is the main guy in front. Does City look better without Haaland? It's the same thing like does City look better with that De Bruyne question? No, those players are great. Look, at the end of the day...
If I may answer that question, if you don't mind, Patrick.
Go ahead.
Anybody who thinks that City should not have gotten Haaland is an idiot, a fool. I'm sorry. You do not have, I mean, think about it, 51 million pounds for Erling Haaland, 26 goals in 16 appearances. You're telling me somehow City are not good with him? Are you serious? Guys, let's not even troll. Let's talk about football here. Okay? Let's be clear. You're really saying that if the opportunity to get Erling Haaland came to Manchester United for 51 million, you would not get him. Oh, and by the way, this guy has scored 26 goals in 16 games. What conversation, what planet are we living on?
I should have asked for the PG version, but anyway, go on.
I'm sorry. The question should be, my God, you have Erling Haaland, you're an average. You can play in two different ways. You can destroy a team with 1-0. You can destroy a team with 4-0. You can do two different things. You can play false nine. You can play a traditional nine who presses. You can play one who just is a finisher with De Bruyne giving those balls. That's a conversation we should be having. Because we saw in the game against United, Erling Haaland completely ripped apart Varane. He destroyed Lisandro Martinez with his power and his pace. And we've seen today Alvarez playing against a low block Chelsea, how he finds the pockets of space and he presses. Two different ways to play. So it's
a blessing. It's not a curse. It's a blessing.
To make an argument that somehow City look worse with Erling Haaland is so simplistic. It belongs in grade school. It tells me you don't understand football and the dynamics that are required to win games in different ways with different systems. It's like a kid who says, "Oh, City play 4-3-3." City don't play 4-3-3. On the pitch, in a picture when we start off, it says 4-3-3, but we play a 3-2-3-3 or 3-5-2. Sorry, a 2-3-5. We need to stop these outlandish statements and think about football. We're so old now. We're so deep into this stuff. Let's talk about the mechanics of the game rather than these outlandish statements that bring no joy or bring no intelligence to anyone. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, man. I mean, I look at Arteta. I love what Arteta is doing. 2-3-5, 3-2-5, movement, short passing, high press. Let's talk about those things, not these, Erling Haaland is worse for Man City because he has 2 touches on the ball. I mean, come on, man. We're all grown up.
That was some smoke for you, Twisted. Hopefully,
back to that question, Patrick.
Let me just say hi to Marina. Marina, how you doing, man? How to you? Go ahead. Don't smoke.
I think the better question would be, what's the best combination when playing with Holland? And asking that question, because
Yeah,
it's all about combinations. As just Carl
Combination.
just told you that what's the combination against a low block, and we spoke about this, right?
yeah, we did. Yeah, in the
What's
other
the
video.
best combination for Alvarez, and what's the best combination for Holland? I think that's a better conversation than asking us if we look better.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like asking.
maybe we should break it. We should break it down in a video one time. Break down.
Yeah, maybe
Why?
I will. I'll break it down in the video. I just
Yeah, yeah.
maybe it's me, Patrick. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's because I've
Oh
studied.
no!
so
By
much.
all means, I'm with you, because this was the same question they're saying is does Man City look better than they without De Bruyne when De Bruyne was injured? So it's the same thing.
I mean, maybe because we're living in an age where we are blessed to see some of the best managers in world football. And Mr. E is a friend of mine. He's a Liverpool fan, right? And we're so frustrated by these mundane conversations around Klopp as a flop. How can Klopp be a flop when he's won Champions League, Premier League? Seriously.
Those are agendas. Okay, so Arsenal for Life says we got you in the next round. Arsenal, you have to beat Oxford first. You never know. You never know what happens. Martin says Walker had an outstanding game. Yeah, he did, but it wasn't that great. But he did well at the end of the day. But anyway, he's getting to fitness. All we want is Walker to be fit for the Champions League and the Man United game next week. This fan base searches for little problems, and I don't know why. Just come down with the Phillips. I saw some people saying we have to sell him. He's going nowhere. No, we're not going to sell him. Joshua Kimmich is just an amazing 40 player, isn't he? He is amazing, man. Amazing. Big up to you, Bobby K, man. Big up to you. Go subscribe to Bobby K's channel. Would you look at Jasper Lindstrom? Is it Lindstrom or Renstrom? Or Lindstrom? How do you say that? I can't see.
Yeah, I mean,
from Frankfurt. Yeah, he keeps mentioning this. I think he's not the first time mentioned from Frankfurt. The young Danish player. Like, what position does he play?
The question for Carl is, yes, maybe for Everton, but not for us. It's not going to.
Yeah.
Well, okay, good. The winning run has started. Is coming. One smoke. There you go. Don't smoke. W for one smoke. Derby will be 1 or 2. Ten Hag scrapes a win, or United get hammered. Yeah, you never know, man. You never know. And the Derby doesn't matter about form. Gomez played so well, very physical. He gets way too much stick for the fan base for nothing, because Gomez gets played with Cancelo before World Cup. That's bad. Yes, McLaughlin, this is what I keep telling people. There are some people who keep saying Gomez should go and is the worst signing in the world. I think that's just cap. At the end of the day, look, these kids, Palmer, Gomez, Wilson Esperant, they need games. I keep repeating this. You guys, what makes me laugh is some of you are in the same boat all the time. When Zinchenko was here, some of you guys said, why do we have this guy? He has to go. Then when Zinchenko went to us, and you were the same people crying, saying, bring him back. But we gave him a season. Where's the Chelsea fans at?
Patrick,
I don't know. I tried bringing Anthony, but I'm going to bring Anthony in the next show. So Anthony and, Coach's Corner, yeah. Anthony and Coach's Corner, I'll bring them to Football and Chills, where we've been discussing it in the group, so I'll bring them there. So go ahead, Veta.
The thing is, and sometimes it's difficult to make these notes and remember or recognize, but when Holland's on the pitch, Holland actually is in the box defending against defensive corners. The same is not going to be asked of an Alvarez. So even when we think of some transition, some hold up play, like, players have to play different roles. And why would we waste Holland at the 6+ feet tall man that he is and not have him in the box defensively? But things we have to do differently. Also, when it comes down to hold up play, Holland does it in the natural run, whether it's we just won the ball back, or it's a kickoff or keeper save. Holland does play an excellent role in the keeping possession, but we don't see it often. But he's capable of doing it. So the narrative or the agenda, let's kind of move away from that, because honestly, what we can ask Alvarez to do offensively is very similar to what we can ask of Holland. The only thing I will point out, though, is I think Holland needs to work on his pressing ability to a certain degree.
Exactly.
He wasn't asked to do it as much as Alvarez has. So for Alvarez, it's natural. He kind of looks back, sees where his teammates are, and knows how to apply those angles.
Yeah, he's very good.
It's new to Holland. Yeah, it's new to Holland. But he'll get there.
Same as Jesus. Go ahead, yeah. Same as Jesus. You know, Veda has just dropped some knowledge. Twisted, you're getting smoked. You're getting smoke Twisted here. Twisted, you're getting a lot of smoke Twisted. But since you're my friend Twisted, I'm going
but Patrick,
I'm going to remove this.
Is Twisted United fan?
No, Twisted is a Crystal Palace fan. He's a friend of mine.
Oh goodness me! Are you serious? I even thought it was United fans. Seth.
No, he's a friend of mine. He knows Anthony. He knows everywhere. He's one of the lads. Haaland and Alvarez keep the opposition guessing. Nobody can stick us in one of okay. So nobody can stick us in one box of tricks. That's true. That's what we're missing. We were missing different types of strikers back in the days. Yes, we had Jesus. The thing is, Haaland and Alvarez are similar to Jesus and Aguero. One is a finisher, one is lethal. The other one has energy, is lethal. But the only difference between Alvarez and Jesus, as Carl said last time, was Alvarez can finish. That's the thing. Jesus' finishing was not that great. Bring on Arsenal. Yeah, bring on Arsenal. Patrick, the football world thanks you for cooking Chelsea a bit. Yeah, we should have cooked them more. I wanted six. But anyway.
Yeah, man.
Even with the fit work, I think Pep would still prefer Lewis for the job. What do you think so, guys? People
No, I'm
keep
not so
saying
sure.
this.
I'm not so sure.
Rashford, okay.
I'm not so
I
sure.
don't think so.
Rashford,
No, I'm not so
Rashford, yeah. So FA Cup fourth, okay, FA Cup fourth round, Manchester versus Arsenal. What if Oxford? What if Oxford beat them? Yeah, this, yeah,
They have to
huh?
win. They haven't won yet. Let Arsenal win their game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What is this red card for Arsenal and Oxford win?
Explain to me, what is this? Why are people afraid of? What is this fear of Arsenal? Explain it to me.
I want Arsenal, like just to humble their
No,
fan.
I don't think the fan base has fear. Majority of the people who are commenting are rival fans.
Because I don't. I mean, City are champions at the Etihad. We just put 4 past Chelsea, another London club. Why wouldn't we look? Why should we look forward to Arsenal better than again?
Do you see
And
this?
to be honest, I think Chelsea are harder to beat than Arsenal, right? In their setup. Right?
Yeah,
I look at
because
setup,
Arsenal
yeah,
attack.
you-
Yeah, Arsenal attack.
Right.
There's
It's
gonna be
like
space
for
in
me,
front of
Arsenal
you.
is like playing almost like it's like for me, it's like a game against Leeds. Trust me, I always prefer that fixture because I know there is space for our players to operate than playing a Chelsea deep block. I'm like, no, I want Arsenal.
I watched the EDS yesterday. Arsenal were top of the
Yeah.
EDS. They came to the Etihad.
They never lost, and they never lost.
They never lost. No losses. They're top of the league, right? They came to the Academy Stadium yesterday. They were battered. 6. It was 5-0 at halftime. Because all the players.
Yeah.
So I watched the game right from a tactical perspective. You know what the players were doing down Smoke and Vader?
Mm-hmm.
Two balls over the top, 2 balls between the lines. Bang! Our team was in pace because Arsenal were playing a high line.
Yeah.
So all we're doing was just getting the ball from the goalkeeper, playing to the number 6. Number 6 passes the ball through the lines throughout our 2 forwards, and bang, they're in. 6. 5-0 at halftime. So we just need to. I mean, we just need to know who we are. We're not arrogant or bragging. We just know who this team is.
Mm-hmm.
And if they turn it, listen, we played Chelsea 3 times. You played Liverpool, knocked them all out at the Etihad. We're home to Arsenal. You're telling me this team doesn't know how to navigate that and get them out? If Arsenal qualify? Go ask the bookies. Who they think?
And what people, Carl, to add to you, people understand that if we beat Arsenal now, that will actually transfer into the Premier League in the sense that, like, shit, these guys have actually beaten us. And especially if we beat them convincingly and then we win a title run with them, people understand how this thing works. At the end of the day, players are humans and the psychology aspect comes into it. That's why even if you remember the season we lost to Chelsea, they beat us like twice coming into the final. Hence, Pep changed things.
Yeah.
Had we beaten Chelsea going into that final, there will be no need to start taking things.
This thing that Don Smoke just mentioned is exactly what was going through my mind in that game where Sergio Aguero misses the penalty. I'm like, oh, SHIT. We're going to lose this game. It's going to affect the UCL final. I had it in my gut. I like something ain't right. Because you win that game, it changes the whole outlook for the final. Now you lost it twice in a row. All of a sudden, you now begin to say, how do I compensate for the mistakes that we made in the past 2 games? And then he overthinks it. And then bang, here we are. 1-0, and that's it. And the confidence erodes.
Can I say one thing though? Can I say one thing? And can I say one thing? I remember when we did a video. You can check it on the channel, guys. You can also find it on Pitch Points. We did a very deep analysis and a deep research and on DMs that we have to get. I remember we were hyping Zakaria, saying he's very good. Remember we said he's very, very good. Zakaria made that Chelsea midfield look better when he came on.
Yeah.
But there's one guy who, if Chelsea fans don't want him, let's say Gundogan leaves, there's one guy, if Chelsea fans don't want him, is Kovacic. If you want Kovacic, give him to us. I've never seen a press-resistant player like Kovacic. It's just they can't get the ball off him. De Bruyne and Bernardo tried to press him at once. Nobody can get the ball off him. It's just the fact that when he's playing next to Jorginho, I think they're both slow players, so things don't work out. But Zakaria, guys, my God, guys, did you watch him, Don't Smoke Zakaria, when he came on?
Patrick, let me stop you before you even blow that horn. Zakaria is good in space, when there's space, similar to Jude, right? Kovacic is the press resistant player there, right? Rodri is press resistant, meaning they can take on pressure and release the ball. Zakaria is a good physical player who can push the ball. Without space, that's why they don't want him at Juventus, right? Because in Italian, it's all about close control. How good are you in tight spaces? And to prosper at City, you need to be very good in tight spaces. And he's good physically, but at a City, trust me, the way Edison passes the ball to Rodri with two incoming players coming at him, we'll be conceding a lot of tap-ins. Trust me. So
Yeah,
sorry to blow your bubble.
I'll still take him, even though you busted my bubble. Look, guys, there's a lot of you people here, and there's only about 17 likes or something like that. Go like the video. We're in 2023. We're going to annoy the hell out of you. Like the video. There's like sometimes 100 of you watching live, and the likes are like 10. Be ashamed. Then why are you watching? Like the video. Okay,
Also,
let me read this comment. The same supporters.
Can I shamelessly plug that, guys? Look out for some exciting shows coming up on Truth City Fan. We have some things planned for you guys that will blow your mind. We're not going to talk about it here because we know that some people are watching and they're going to copy us. But stay tuned. This
This guy, this guy must never change. Johnson. This guy likes smoke. You like smoke too much.
No, see, I'm free. I'm unchained. I'm free as a bird. And see, we're going to invite Vader Games. Don't Smoke is going to be there, but I guarantee we have some really innovative, interesting things coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, and that fraud Adam who hates Riyad Mahrez is here.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Watch out for the shows on True City Fan. You'll see some clips coming up, some highlights, some marketing material, but we're gonna have the boys on for some very entertaining, interesting things coming up in the next 2 weeks or so. So watch out.
Yeah, so cool. So wait a minute. Let me okay, Adam, welcome, man. Adam, I'm pretty sure when you saw Riyad Mahrez cooking today, your face was full of veins. Isn't that true, Adam?
You know what it is? I was actually happy that he came to his best, the Mahrez that we know.
Adam, hold the corn, brother. Hold the corn.
Adam, you've been a Riyad Mahrez hater ever since I've met
Listen,
you.
I held my corn for Jack. I held my corn for Jack, so you can hold your corn. Okay, Adam. He's gone.
Adam, you there?
He went immediately. Yeah, let me just send the link to Annie. I think Annie wants to jump on. I'm pretty sure he wants to jump on for one reason. But anyway, keep going, guys. So what about Chelsea? I know that we're gonna do another show on Football and Chills. We'll have Coach's Corner, who's a Chelsea fan. That's why I couldn't bring it. And we're also going to have Anthony. If Anthony ever decides to show up, okay. So Eric Ten Hag. Okay, so if Anthony ever shows up, because I think Anthony went into hiding after what he saw happened.
Nah, Patrick, Anthony overslept. Anthony overslept. Anthony overslept, he said, and I was just like, oh no.
Did he wake up? Has he woken up yet? Oh, there he is. He texted that he overslept.
He's awake now. Like I told him, his boys got put the spliff in 4K, so you know.
So what did you think of the game? Do you see any hope? Do you think Man City were just that good, or you think Chelsea are just horrible?
I think you lot like. There's no way people can say you lot are not good. Like you lot have won. Was it 4 out of the last 5 Premier Leagues? How many times have you won this competition as well in the last few years? I think it's like 3 or 4 times as well. so no one can really say it was just a fluke. But Chelsea, oh my lord, they need divine intervention from Jesus, Allah, any God. Like, just ask them, because these men are in so much trouble. I don't know what they're gonna do. I have people screaming Potter out already. Some fans are screaming bring back Tuchel. Like, these Chelsea fans don't know what they want.
Wow.
They don't know what they want. Like
I
you
don't
said.
think it's that. I don't think it's that they don't know what they want, right? I think they know what they want. What they want
That's
is
spoiled.
immediate
That's
success.
spoiled.
No. You must understand the Chelsea model, right? It was get the best manager that's out there, get the best available sets of players, and let's win. And then once they're out of that phase, we replace it again. Whereby now they're trying to get into a structure in a model of whereby we build a sustainable project, and that's not something you build overnight, right? So
Yeah.
Some of them are impatient, like you said. Some of them are.
no, but then you can't blame them, because what attracted them was the immediate success. Most of their fans was that we're a club that wins now. You understand? So
Yeah.
so then now you get a new owner, Bowley, whereby he wants to build this model of whereby we're gonna have long-term guarantee. Now the issue is this: you joining other clubs who have been doing this for a longer time, and they're already far away into their model than you. So you're playing catch up, and you're playing catch up by many years, right? Because City, this project has, man, we've been running this project for like 15, I don't know how many years, right? So that's why we can sustain our success. And you have Arsenal, who also, United have tried, right? They've tried, and now they're trying to go. So, man, if they persist with this model, there's gonna be, it's almost gonna be like an Arsenal, whereby they last won the league in '04, and then they've been trying to catch up. So good luck to any Chelsea fan that's out there, man.
There's nobody they're gonna get. They've gone through all the guys. Yeah, Gundo spoke about it, McLaughlin, at the beginning about Ortega's distribution. So he spoke about it at the beginning. He said the distribution was incredible. Asking for Porter out is ridiculous. That's what Antali says. This dude talks sense.
People. There's
Huh?
people.
It's not
Check the
ridiculous for
timeline.
Chelsea
Check
fans.
the
It's not
timeline.
ridiculous for Chelsea fans.
Check
Well,
the timeline.
that's-
Check the timeline. Check the
No, I
internet.
believe you. I
Potter
believe
is
you.
trending.
Chelsea fans are built different. They think you're supposed to get a new manager whenever you're not having success. Like that's how they move.
I know who next. I know who's next, because the only one left right now in that market is Pochettino. And that's who you're getting. I know that's who you guys want. I know I've seen some of you.
Hey, Patrick, how can you forget Zinedine Zidane? He still doesn't have a job.
He wouldn't
Nah,
go
I
next,
don't
right?
think he wants it. He just turned down the United States national team job as well. So I think he's just waiting for France. I genuinely
Yeah,
think he's waiting for France.
but didn't they renew the camps or the champs?
Exactly.
They did,
Yeah, he signed a new deal. I think he signed a new deal until 2024, I think.
Do you know what they should have done? They should have gone. He should have gone to Portugal. Look at who they given the job to at Portugal. Like, unbelievable.
That's bad. I don't even know why they're doing that. Portugal not bring success instantly, but that's the issue with Chelsea. They want them to succeed. And do you know what? Well, I want on the TV. If Chelsea had Ten Hag, they would be demanding last season already to get results. Guys, that's it for now, guys. Thank you very much. We might do some content tomorrow, because I want to do something with Anthony and a few Chelsea fans. And guys who are on the panel, if you want to join, we might do something. Annie, everybody, we're gonna do something on the football and chills channel that was so close to be deleted, but some people said no, don't delete it, save it. So we might do that now. This season we already gonna we're gonna start predicting the UCL on pitch points. We're already gonna start doing forecast on the UCL. We're gonna see who's gonna pick, who's gonna get to the final. We're gonna pick a few teams, see which teams are stronger, how the form is going. Just about basically something interesting for you guys to do. But guys, thank you very much. As I said, there's a lot of you like the vid. I appreciate the 1.6 subs, guys. Let's keep going. Let's get to 2K. Let's get to 2K by June. June is my birthday. Let's get to 2K. Give me that gift of 2K. Or if some of you get too excited, blow me up. Get me to 5K. 5K.
Make it happen. He deserves it. Let's go, guys.
I'm greedy like that. And you know what? Get my man's Veta to join us in the 1K gang. We're gonna be pushing Veta. We're gonna be pushing push points. All of us are gonna go to the 1K gang. This year is a year for success, as Pastor Carl preached earlier on. Blessed us his blessings. So thank you very much. Follow John Smoke. Follow Annie on
I'm
Twitter.
not your
follow
regular
Annie.
pastor, right? I'm not your regular.
Yeah, no, but you're the local pastor for this channel.
Patrick, check Twisted's comment. Check Twisted's comment before you go.
I can't see it. Where's Twist's comment? I can't see it here.
It's your favorite.
Big up, Coco. Okay, behave yourself, Patrick. I told you you'd be better than us. I didn't believe you, Prime. I didn't believe you when you said you guys are bad. I'm just catching this late.
Big up
to the
Prime.
panel. Big up
Big
Prime
up
to you, man.
Prime.
Hopefully we
He
see
called
you.
it. He
Yeah.
called it from early, Patrick. He said Chelsea are not going to be good this season, and they got onto him.
Yeah, Prime also said they're gonna lose all the games against City, and a lot of people did not believe him. A lot of people went for his neck. You know, the funny thing is this whole behavior where people were telling me that, oh, you don't go to the head here, you don't know what you're saying. I have noticed this in every fan base. I saw somebody was also after Prime telling him, oh, what do you know? You don't go to the stadium. I see when people are panicking or when people are at the corner, they start bringing this sort of behavior.
You don't live in the country. You don't live in the area. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You don't become the biggest club in the world for, just having fans in your city. Like, doesn't work like that.
It doesn't. Yeah, that must cry more, brother.
Work like that.
You gotta. Okay, so let me read this, Patrick. This channel is too small for quality content you produce. Come on, people, get the likes up, share on social media. Yeah, man. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. We're trying to get to that most massive numbers. Maybe we'll get to 1 million by the end of the year. You never know. You never know.
You come with you, Don Robbie.
When I was at 200,
his head as well.
I know at 200 people were doubting, but look at it now, we're 1.6. We thank God. We thank God. So anyway, let Veta shameless.
No, me and you, finally, and Veta will finally get our check after a long time.
Go for a check.
Okay, let me hand over the mic to my brother Veta so he can shamelessly plug.
No shameless plug here. I'm very thankful for the space, for the opportunity. Vader Games TV. I got a channel on YouTube. Do a quick search. You find it. Check my last video. I had all of these guys, Don Smoke, Gundalorian. Adam wasn't able to join, but I did have Patrick as well as Mancunian Way on there, and we had a fantastic show. Hit that, check it out, and then moving forward, you'll get the notification when I'm live. Support Vader Games TV. The show is why always me. Thank you, Patrick.
Yeah, thank you very much, Veta. Guys, go and subscribe. This man does very good content, and he's one of the best out there. We're also going to give our local preacher Carl a time to plug and shamelessly plug his pitch points.
No, listen, pitch points. True City Fan, one channel. My goal in life is to support anybody who needs support with facts. My channel grows, thank God. If it doesn't grow, thank God. I just love the game. I love talking to people.
Yep.
I have my regular job, so everybody's clear. I don't need this for revenue. Trust me. But I just enjoy doing it with these guys. And hey, guys, don't forget, in a couple of weeks' time, we got some really exciting stuff coming up for you guys. So stay tuned. We're gonna have the boys back on. Don't Smoke Vader Games. Anybody who wants to come on, we're gonna have some exciting stuff coming up. Watch out for True City Fan, Vader Games, and pitch points.
Yeah, man, that's the thing. We do this for fun. Guys, and we have no beef with anybody. If maybe people thought we stepped on their toes in 2022, forget that. We're all cool with everybody. We want peace. That's what we're looking for. But if you want some smoke, I always tell people there's a side of me that loves smoke. So if you want smoke,
Look at me. I'm a United fan and I'm here. See?
yeah.
They're good people. They're good people.
Listen,
Yeah,
let me tell you the United fan one thing. So at the start of the season, I predicted United City be 1 and 2.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did actually.
United 1 and 2. You must have been thinking about a different.
No. Ask Vader Games.
No, he's right. And at the time, it irked me. It irked me. To hear
One
that it was
one
that.
and 2.
Yeah.
Like, did he say which position each one was going to be?
Obviously, City won.
look on On that
nasty
note,
stuff have started. Okay, we'll leave it till later. We'll leave it till later.
on that note, one of the City fans has sent us a video, which is amazing. I'll be doing a lot of these, guys. Please, guys, stay silent as this City fan gives us a message. So this was a video sent to us by a City fan. It goes to the Chelsea fans. Anthony, Radamas, I know you're my brothers, but
Yeah, City 1, City 2, City 3, City 4, City 5.
yeah, that's it from me. That's goodbye, guys. Until next time. Until next time. We'll see each other next time, guys.